New tonight now, many of us, myself included, remember fire drills in school. We usually had warning and there was very little stress involved. Well, kids today have a very different reality. And I sat down with a group of students to get a first-hand look at what it's like being a part of Generation Lockdown.
Came in the front door, fired a few shots.
Hurry up, hurry up.
How could anybody do this?
Evil visited this community today.
The piercing sound of gunshots.
The terror went on for hours at Columbine High School.
The images are heart-stopping. Columbine, Sandy Hook, Parkland. They've all left us with this sad truth. For kids in school today, lockdown drills mean staying out of sight in darkened rooms and literally running for their lives.
I feel like my heart has stopped beating for a couple of minutes.
Once I hear the words lockdown, I immediately stop what I'm doing.
This is the frightening reality kids face in school. Meet Lily, Amelia, and Jackson, along with Brenna and Ellie. They range in age from 9 to 12, and we invited them to our studios in hopes we could better understand how they have learned to cope.
Teachers lock the doors, they put the blinds down.
We have to get in the closet so there's no time.
What are you thinking about?
How squished I am.
So I don't think the parents fully understand how what our mind is going through sometimes.
Or do you think that But today, their parents were watching.
We definitely heard some things today that I haven't heard.
But there's always that creeping suspicion. What if it is a real drill?
We were also joined by Dr. Kristine, a psychologist with the Child Mind Institute.
That's a conditioned fear response. Sometimes that response goes into overdrive and we're not really in danger, but what you're having is a good natural response.
If the intruder is really near and they see me like just walking over to the closet, they might know this kid's in there. If I could like break the lock and get in.
He does get anxious and he gets very nervous, and I almost have to do the opposite and downplay it a little bit.
There's an active shooter in the building now.
According to the National Center for Education Statistics, 9 out of 10 public schools have lockdown drills. And no one underestimates their importance. Are there any other gathering areas or any rooms in the school that maybe you might have some hesitation about?
Maybe hiding under the seats of an auditorium might not be the safest, but it's safer than just sitting there or running in panic.
One of the things that I want you all to know is that it's completely normal to feel anxious in these types of situations because they are scary. And one of the things that you can try to think, we call it a coping thought, is we're practicing, or this drill is happening to keep me safe.
Do you try to relax your mind, in other words, so that you don't feel so anxious?
I kind of tell myself the teachers are like doing all they can to protect you, and I just kind of try and reassure myself so I'm not like panicking.
Easing a child's concern over a sign like this in a bathroom stall is a clear sign. Lockdown drills are the new normal. Why do you think it's important to have these drills?
It's just really, really important that we just practice these things so it's almost like a habit of, oh, there's a lockdown drill. We don't know if it's real or not, but if it is real, we've been practicing this for a while, so we just go right there.
So Maurice, a couple of things that struck me after speaking to these children. First of all, how poised they were discussing this very tough subject. Second, how matter-of-fact they were about everything, which was very striking just as a parent.
Well, as a viewer, too, and as a parent, they just take this as the norm. They know no other way.
No.
This is just what we do.
Exactly.
And that's disturbing.
But they do understand why. And what was also reassuring at the end is they do not allow it to consume their day, in other words.
Right.
I think the days that those drills do occur, it's worrisome, it's stressful, but then they get on with it.
As we know, kids are so resilient.
They really are.
Thankfully.
They were running around the studio after our interview.
Yes,
so
they were.
It was all good.